Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeex. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. Guys and gals, ladies and lads, welcome to another episode of the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. And this time we're gonna be diving into Spell Ruler as well as Tournament Pack. So the reason why we're doing this is because the tournament packs usually have some cards that are actually good, but not enough, definitely not enough to make an interesting episode in itself, but we still want to display those cards and give them a chance to shine either way. So this is why we're doing sort of a combination episode. So we're going to be doing this throughout the tournament pack releases, and it's always like whenever a tournament pack releases, the next set that comes out, we're doing the tournament pack alongside that. But Spell Ruler is the main set here, and let's go through some of the cards. So there are quite a few Toon cards in this set, but those we will most definitely not going to be seeing. What is more relevant here though are the equip cards. So these have varying boosts. Axe of Despair gives 1000, Black Pendant 500, Horn of Life 800 defense, and Malevolent Nazzle 700 attack. And they have varying effects when they leave the field. You can tribute a monster to place Axe of Despair on top of your deck. You can place 500 LP for Malevolent Nazzle to do the same. When Black Pendant is sent from the field to grave, you deal 500 bird damage to your opponent, and you can return Horn of Light to the top of your deck as well, wiping 500 life points. So there's a card that will come up because of those. Electric Snake is an interesting tech card that might come up because of some very notorious spell cards that we're going to be seeing later. Maha Vailo, one of the best monsters in the set, 1550 normal summonable beater that gains 500 for each equip card equipped to this card. This is where the earlier equip cards come up, as well as an interaction that we're going to be talking about a little bit later. Then we have a lot of just stuff that doesn't really matter. And Relinquish makes its debut here, a ritual level 1 that can target one monster your opponent controls and equip it to this, and this gains the attack and defense, and if it would be destroyed by battle, instead the equipped monster is destroyed. So this is like target removal that might show up. It's a ritual monster though, so a little bit gimmicky. Upstart Goblin also debuts here. Draw a card, opponent gains 1000. There are multiple cards that, like Toll and Great Green Serpent earlier, that people need to do an action in order to attack. Then Snatch Steal, probably the single best card in the set. So equip card, equip to a monster your opponent controls and take control of it, and during each of your opponent's standby phases they gain 1000 life points as compensation. This card is insane. You can snatch your opponent's core monsters, and especially since Maha Vailo is so good, and this being an equip, if you equip your opponent's Maha Vailo to Snatch Steal it, you also gain 500 more attack to the Maha Vailo in the process. So yeah, Snatch Steal is definitely going to be one of the defining cards of the set. And then there's one more later on, but Confiscation, Delinquent Duo. Confiscation pays 1000 to look at your opponent's hand, select one card and discard it. Delinquent Duo pays 1000 to discard one random card from your opponent's hand. And then if they have any more cards in their hand, they discard one more and they get to pick that one. So these handrip effects are going to be the sort of main focus of the set. Forceful Sentry is the third one, which looks at your opponent's hand. Doesn't pay the 1000, but it returns them to the opponent's deck, which in modern Yu-Gi-Oh would probably be better, but in this set context, confiscation is actually a little bit better because there is no recursion whatsoever. Rush Recklessly also pretty relevant actually. It's just a quick play that gives a 700 attack boost to a monster. Mystical's Phase Typhoon also debuts here, and with the there aren't that many great trap cards in the set, but your opponent's gonna have MSTs, Rush Recklessly that we're probably gonna be setting, and equips our thing. And since it is a set that has so many handrip effects, you might actually just be setting regular spell cards as well to not have them snipe from your hand, which is where MST comes in handy. So this card is actually, even in the context of this set, pretty damn good. Giant Trunade returns all spell and traps on the field to the hand. Sort of a worse Heavy Storm. In some cases, better in others. In this case, a strictly worse Heavy Storm, but still pretty nice. Painful Choice also debuts here. So any 5 cards from your deck, you toss into a graveyard, and your opponent picks one of them to add to your hand, and then the rest stay in the grave. One of the craziest cards ever printed in Yu-Gi-Oh! But funny enough, probably we're not gonna see this, I don't think, since there is no graveyard recursion, and I don't think there is a single card which you would... Yeah, no, because, like, you can't guarantee a card, and you wouldn't want to toss like 3 Snatch Steal and then something else. You're not gonna get the Snatch Steal. So it's like, I don't think actually we're going to be seeing this card come up. One of Unicorn's 700 attack and defense, but it guarantees returns to the top of the deck, so it can actually clog your draws. Megamorph, another, probably the last of the relevant equips. When a life is lower than your opponent's, your equip monster doubles its attack, the original attack, sorry. And when you have more life points than the opponent, then you actually have the original attack. So kind of a feast or famine card, but really powerful swings. Potential with Hungry Burger and other stuff, more tunes, stuff that doesn't really do anything. Cyberjar though, on a flip, destroys all monsters in the field, and then both players reveal top 5 of their deck. Special summon all level 4 or lower monsters, and the rest of the cards go to their hand. So this is some crazy value, and I'm sure we're both going to be playing at least X copies of this card. Maybe not in main deck, but at least in the side deck, I would assume. Then Banisher of Light, a 2k body. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Good effect as well, but doesn't really matter here for the recursion, but it does matter for cards like Giant Rat. So Giant Rat, UFO Turtle, Shining Angel, Mother Grizzly, Flying Kamakiri, and Mystic Tomato, they all share the same effect just for their respective attributes. So when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, which Banisher obviously prevents, you can then special summon that attribute. Giant Rat is Earth, UFO Turtle is Fire, so they summon the respective attributes from the deck that have 1500 or less attack from your deck. It has to go in the attack position though. Giant Rat is the biggest of the bunch, and all of them have one for their respective elements. Senju, when it's normal flipped, you can add a ritual monster from your deck to your hand, so this can search Relinquish if we decide to go that route. I don't think we will though. Giant Germ and Nimble Momonga, when they are destroyed by battle and sent to a graveyard, Giant Germ burns your opponent for 500 and then special summons the rest of your Giant Germs in face-up attack position. And Nimble Momonga gains life points and then special summons any number of Nimble Momonga from your deck in face-down defense. So these are also something that we might consider, but we shall see. Like I said, life, Mother Grizzly, Shining Angel, Flying Kamakiri, Mystic Tomato, they are all the recruiters as well. Then we have field spells for specific attributes. And finally, Messenger of Peace, where a monster with 1500 or more attack cannot declare an attack, and once per turn you have to pay 100 life points or destroy the card. The most pointless maintenance cost in the history of this game. But yeah, what's cool about this is you can swing under Messenger of Peace with all the recruiters, since the strongest of them have... Actually, I think all of them have 1400 attack. Yeah, and they have varying defenses. So you can actually do like recruiter beatdown under this. This prevents stuff like Maha Vailo and stuff that we will look at after. But yeah, definitely the focus of here, as the name suggests, is the powerful spell cards, and we're probably going to be seeing a lot of green. And then, but this is going to be really quick. Tournament pack first season has one, arguably two relevant cards, so there is basically nothing of value in this pack. Whoops, sorry. All of these cards are pretty awful, except for Mechanical Chaser, which is an 1850 normal summonable monster without any tributes. It's just the most powerful beater available at the time that you don't need a tribute for. X-Raider also 1700, the second best beater we can play in this set. So I'm sure both of us are going to be playing of Mechanical Chaser, and X-Raider we're probably going to be seeing in various amounts. But yeah, other than those two cards, there is literally nothing in this tournament pack. But that'll be all of, once again, a way too long set breakdown. I do apologize. I end up rambling with these always. But with all that being said, regardless, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you enjoyed the deck breakdown section. So I will see you all there.
So here we have arguably probably the worst early set in the game. Not in the sense that it's bad or anything like that, but specifically that it's not fun in the slightest for anyone involved. We got hand ripping effects, and we got cyber jar, so for a little bit more added RNG, and we got probably the best beater, excluding Gemini Alpha, obviously. And well, for the most part, I think this is going to be a snowbally format, where one of us ends up getting like a mechanical treasure on the field, or yoinks one from one of us, or they just win out on turn one using confiscations to link with duos and forceful sentries, which then eventually will obviously end the game with the opponent simply trying to top deck any kind of win con. But to break it down real quick, Vantage of the Light is a defensive wall, which kind of walls off everything in the whole format outside of like Mechanical Treasure and Maha Vailo with equips on. And well, if your opponent happens to be playing Relinquished, they can also just yoink it. But outside of like Maha Vailo with a equip, a Mechanical Treasure with an equip, or even Senju or a Tutor with an equip, or using Rush Recklessly for any of those, you won't be able to deal with Banisher of the Light, which means that they will have to use at least one of their perishable cards to deal with it, which is good. That means you have more room to play with other things. For example, they'll have to actually be afraid of Snatch Steals and shit. For like, let's say they play a Mechanical Treasure and put a Melville Nuzzler on that, or Maha Vailo with an Axe of Despair, they have to be afraid of you using Snatch Steal, especially a Maha Vailo, because that thing will bounce from or go up from 3050 to 3550 when you equip the Snatch Steal to it, which is really scary, especially if you, for some reason, have or as Snatch Steal will actually make it so you will have less health, less LP than your opponent, and that's going to be 7100 attack now. That's going to be huge. And then you just put another Axe of Despair on that. Wait, no, it's original attack. No, I'm stupid. Never mind. It's just going to be like 4.5k, I think, or something like that. But yeah, still, that's going to be massive if they just throw out Maha Vailo with an equip, because Snatch Steal will let you just yoink that. But Vantage of the Light, really good, mostly because of the fact that nothing can beat him. Cyber Jar is probably the second best defensive card in the entire set, mostly because of the fact that it wipes the whole field, and it can be up to +5, or actually it always is a +4, right? Because you will flip it when it gets attacked into, and you will check top 5, and you will summon any monsters in there, and then you add the rest to your hand. That's +5, right? Yeah, +4. And then because you're going to be destroying opponent's cards, it's going to be even more valuable, even though he's going to get cards as well. But odds are it won't really matter as much unless he ends up getting like a full board after your Cyber Jar and you got nothing and he just OTKs you. That's unlucky then, but GG, can't be helped. But yeah, Cyber Jar is probably the swingiest card in this entire format. Like, not counting Delinquent Duos or Snatch Steals or Forceful Sentries, which could just like come at a perfect, the most opportune time. Cyber Jar is probably the best card. Like, if you run into Cyber Jar, you will flip the game. Or if you flip a Cyber Jar, you will flip the game. And Maha Vailo and Mechanical Treasure both share a similar role in the deck, where they're just meant to be beat sticks. They're meant to be used in conjunction with some of the few equips that are in here. More specifically, like Axe of Despair, Melville, and Nuzzler, because these things just boost Maha Vailo insanely. by giving him like 1.2k and 1.5k. The reason why I have malevolent nozzle, ooh, that's bad. Okay, that was a slight mishap. I forgot to do anything and I got kicked out for inactivity. But Malevolent Nuzzler is in here mostly because of the fact that it enables Megamorph slightly, and it can be a card. It can constantly come back to me without having to go like effectively -1. Even though I'm gonna -1 myself by drawing it back, but it's still gonna be worth it for, let's say, a situation where I happen to have it on a Maha Vailo and the Maha Vailo dies, but I have a separate copy in my hand. I can then just do the same thing again, or Mechanical Treasure into Maha Vailo or something like that. That's I think that's fairly good. Like that's the whole role of this card as a beat stick. It's meant to utilize these equips in a way where it will be arguably more threatening the Mechanical Treasure, but the issue is gonna be that this format has Giant Grenade and MST, so equips are actually not that great. Okay, then Senju with 1,000 Hands. So Senju with 1,000 Hands lets me search for a ritual monster. In this case, Relinquished. It doesn't let me search for a ritual spell, which kind of sucks, but that's what it is. And it's a 1.4k beater, which means that it can trade into any of the tutors, the 1.4k tutors that search for a monster and summon it for into attack position and are specified by attribute, I guess. Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. Yeah, and that's actually kind of bad, honestly. I'd rather this card be like either weaker, like way weaker, or not be tradable into by those cards. Because now it's like, oh, you want to summon another card, you just trade into Senju, and then you take 0 damage, both of them die, and you +1, and that's value for you. And that kind of sucks. But Senju is here to get me Relinquished. And in hindsight, after thinking about this deck a bit more, I think I should have just been running 1 Relinquish and 1 Black Illusion Ritual and 3 copies of Senju, because I have the 3rd copy in here. And I also have a 3rd copy of Relinquish for some reason. I think this is completely worthless. You totally shouldn't be doing this. You should absolutely be running 3 Senjus, 1 Relinquished, 1 Black Illusion Ritual, or 3 Black Illusion Rituals if you really want the Relinquished, but then you should be running 3 Relinquished anyway. But it's just kind of a side wing con where if you get the Relinquished out, it can do things. It can take out Maha Vailo. You can even equip the Cyber Jar or the Banisher of the Light if it's face down, which is going to be really helpful. Like if you're afraid of a set monster, you'll just relinquish it, right? And then there's Mechanical Treasure, which is the best beater. It's a 1.850 attacker, which is really good in a super limited format. And it was even really good way back when, to the point where this card cost like tens of dollars, if not $100 or some shit. It's fucking crazy. Like this card is gonna get outdated real soon because we'll be playing with Gemini Elf, but at present this is currently in this format, and in comparison to all previous formats, this card is outright the best beater in the game, with the only like competition actually has being Maha Vailo with like Acts of Despair or even Malevolent Nuzzler, I guess. But yeah, then Relinquished is a ritual monster, which I think is the first time we've been playing ritual monsters in this like series. You can only summon it using Black Illusion Ritual, which is whatever, really, because we don't have any other ritual spells in here. But what it can do is target a monster on your opponent's side of the field and equip that card to this card. That's really good. It's targeting removal, but it's non-destruction, and your opponent doesn't get in the graveyard, which doesn't really matter in this format because of the fact that this format doesn't have any recursion to begin with, but it's also like fairly good for the actual bonuses it gives, which happen to be, oh, you gain the attack and defense of that monster. So effectively, Relinquished can become a Mechanical Treasure, and you can -1 the opponent by doing that. And if this card would be destroyed, you can just destroy the equipped card. While equipped, and the last effect, oh yeah, okay, yeah. And if your opponent deals damage to you while this card isn't equipped, you just bounce that damage back to your opponent. Yeah, and that's really good. That's just I can't believe how good this card is in comparison to most of the cards in the set. Like, this deals with tutors, this deals with arguably Mechanical Treasure and even Maha Vailo and Cyber Jar. Like, it's just a really good card. It's just hard to get out. Then Acts of Despair, no need to introduce it. It's a 1k attack boost, and if you want it back, you can just sack a monster and put it back on the top of your deck if you have if it's being sent to the graveyard. Black Illusion Ritual, it's a ritual spell for Relinquished. It requires you to send monsters up to level 1 from your hand or your side of the field to the graveyard, and then you summon Relinquished from your hand. That's pretty good. And then there's Confiscation. Confiscation, Delinquent Duo, and Forceful Sentry are like a package of discard cards / hand ripping effects. Confiscation lets you look at your opponent's hand for 1000 life points and select a card and discard it, which is really good in a format where there's no recursion and no way to actually like use your graveyard. And Delinquent Duo is kind of the same. You pay 1000 life points and you just discard two cards from your opponent, one at random and one which they choose. And again, since there's no recursion, it doesn't matter what they choose. They might as well be random. And then Forceful Sentry, I'd say, is the worst of the three, even though normally this would probably be the best one. Forceful Sentry sends a card from their hand to the deck. No life point cost or anything like that. But this is less powerful in this format because the fact that these cards just get rid of the cards permanently because you can't get the cards back from the graveyard, whereas this just sends it to the graveyard, sends it to the deck where it can be drawn out or tutored out or something, which is really bad. But yeah, also an important note is that both of these cards enable Megamorph. If you use them turn 1 and your LP is lower, you just double your monster's attack, right? That's once again another way of enabling Megamorph. That's why we got 2 of them here. And same with Melvin and Nuzzler, where if you have it equipped to a monster and the monster dies and then you pay for the cost, you'll have a chance to activate Megamorph. So yeah, and Megamorph is, I think I already talked about it, right? It just buffs your monster by its own original attack. It doubles the original attack, and that's really good if you have if your LP is lower than your opponent's, that is. And that's why we have all these pay 1000 LP effects, or your opponent gets what yada yada yada, you know. So we can make sure that we get that effect off. And then the second half of that effect is that if your LP is higher, the equipped monster's attack becomes half of its original attack, which isn't really that relevant when we have equipped cards for stuff like Maha Vailo, right? Because we'd only lose like 725, it's actually 775 attack, and then we gain everything on top of that. So that wouldn't really matter because the equips and Maha Vailo's own effect. So I think overall, the equips in this set are really good. We also had like Black Pendant, which isn't great, but it's a interesting card considering that if we had like Heavy Storm, you could actually do burn damage to your opponent. But as we only have Giant Tornado and MST, it's not really relevant. Then there's MST. MST doesn't need any kind of introduction. You just pop a spell or trap on the field, and yeah, it's a quick play too. So you can set it and do it on your opponent's turn. It's really big against like literally any of these equips and kind of any sets in general. Then there's Rush Recklessly, which is also a quick play spell. You set it, and on your opponent's turn or your turn, you can just pop it open, and it gives 700 attacks to a monster. Really good card. Then Snatch Steal. This is the best equip maybe in the entire game, right? Like even now, you can equip it to a opponent's monster, and you take control of that equipped monster. During each of your opponent's standby phases, they gain 1000 life points. Once again, this interacts with Megamorph. You give them 1000 life points, they have more life points than you do, and your card is just card gets double its attack. That's pretty good. But Snatch Steal is the swingiest card, like right alongside Cyberjar. These two cards can like fuck up your day. If you ram into Cyberjar and you have a field set up, you just lose. Or you might not lose, but you might get shafted. You have a Maha Vailo that's like stacked with multiple equips. Your opponent Snatch Steals. Now they have a Maha Vailo that's stacked. Fuck you. But yeah, I think this card will be pivotal for winning in this format, like without a doubt, like absolutely. And then we talked about Forceful Sentry again. Forceful Sentry is kinda necessary. In all honesty, it's not great in this format, and I feel like if I had given it a bit more thought, I would probably take this out. But at present, I feel like I'd rather just keep this in, and maybe later I'll figure out an optimized deck list. Even though I'm not gonna play with this anymore, but who knows? And then there's 2 Upstart Goblins. Once again, this card synergizes with Megamorph, giving life points to your opponent, which means that you enable Megamorph's doubling effect, and you also get to draw a card. This is basically just a cantrip that goes, your deck is smaller now, and you get to increase your monster's attack. Really good combination. I feel like I should maybe be playing three of them right now, and if I really wanted to strain myself, I would probably take Forceful Sentry out for a third, but who knows. And then we get to the side deck. The main deck's pretty much I'd say it's kind of fun. Outside of like the stuff with the discard effects and too many copies of Relinquish and whatnot. Then we got Banish of the Light. Banish of the Light in the side deck, even though, again, I should probably put that in the main deck to have a third 2k wall, because this is the only 2k wall in the set, and there's nothing that can beat over it. Then Electrical Snake. This card is a card that should only exist in this specific set, because if your opponent throws it to the graveyard through their own effects, you get to draw 2 cards. Now, let's say you have one of these in hand and your opponent uses Delinquent Duo, and you get to draw 2 cards now. There we go. That's crazy good. But the odds of that happening are slim. Very slim. Then third copy of Senju. Again, this should probably be in the main deck. Relinquished. This should not be in here. Third copy of Axe of Despair. Probably a good idea to just have a second or a third copy of each of the equips, just in case it feels like, oh, I need to have these more. Then this is probably the strongest card in this deck that I have, like in the side deck. Messenger of Peace. Messenger of Peace prevents Mechanical Chaser and Maha Vailo from actually being relevant threats. And the only way my opponent can actually swing over these, or swing over or under Messenger of Peace, is using the tutors. But the tutors are also kind of irrelevant in the long run because they're so small, so they can't beat over anything. So you just set a Banisher of the Light and Messenger of Peace, and you like get your shit Snatch Steal at some point, and you're just like chilling. You're never gonna lose. They can't win. Same with if you just summon a Mechanical Chaser in attack, and they can't do anything with that. They can ram into it and lose life points, I guess, but that's about it. And then a third copy of Forceful Sentry. Again, I think this card is not relevant, like in comparison to Confiscation and Delinquent Duel. I think this card is kind of bad. Then I have 2 Spellbinding Circles, which in hindsight, like after thinking about the set a bit more, are just giant ruinatable. Like this card is irrelevant and MSTable. It just doesn't do anything. Like this card is very bad in here. So, in all honesty, I'm not very confident in this deck. I feel like if I spend a little more time optimizing it, it would probably perform a bit better. But we'll see. I think, like, even though I said this is probably the worst early set in the game, I think this will have some interesting games going on. Especially because the fact that these can be swingy, but at the same time, they can also stabilize into more of a mid-range situation where neither of us can really do anything. But we can also, like, slowly accrue a hand or accrue an advantage through like slow and patient play, that is. But yeah, that's about all there is to this, and yeah, much appreciated. Good luck,
guys and gals. Welcome back, and here is what we have built for today's episode. And yeah, that's a lot of green. So as always, let's go through the cards and sort of attempt to explain what the idea of the deck is. So first and foremost, we're playing 2 Electric Snake in the main deck. We have the third one in the side, and the effect is when it's discarded by from your hand to the graveyard by an effect of an opponent's card, you get to draw 2. So this is here to combat all Confiscation, Delinquent Duo, Forceful Sentry. Why did I go for Delinquent Duo twice? So this is here to maybe give us that draw. And I was contemplating playing only one. I was contemplating playing all 3, but I settled on 2 since I figured our monster count is pretty low, relatively low, and we can set this card if the worst comes to worst. And we can just, if we have it in our hand, if it's the only card in our hand, there is a good chance that Jeex Sensei, maybe Blind Confiscation, maybe Delinquent Duo, or just happens to hit it with Delinquent Duo on like turn 1. So it's just like a pretty nice insurance policy. This is something that I might look at the amount that I play in games 2 and 3 when siding. Mechanical Chaser, just the best beater in our format for this episode. 1850 normal summonable, so very good. Actuator, the second best thing after Mechanical Chaser, 1700 normal summonable monster. And then we have 3 Giant Rat and 3 UFO Turtle, as well as 1 Mystic Tomato, and this is basically just here to give us more monsters. Giant Rat is the best of the bunch. All of them have 1400 attack, but Giant Rat has the biggest booty at 1450, and after that is UFO Turtle at 1200 and the Mystic Tomato at 1100. I do realize now that playing 1 Mystic Tomato is like might be weird, since The only thing we can summon off of that is Cyberjar, but I figured if there is, I don't know how it would happen, if there somehow happens to arise a situation where we can go for lethal by summoning Cyberjar in attack, then it might matter, but yeah, this doesn't really matter, but I just figured I'd play a tomato. Then we have one Cyberjar. I was considering playing more in the side, but I ended up having quite tight space in my side deck, so decided against it. And so on flip, this just destroys all the monsters in the field, and then both players reveal top 5 of their decks, and they get to special summon all monsters that are level 4 or lower, and the rest of the cards go in their hands. So this is just good for refueling your hand, maybe dealing with stuff like Maha Vailo's Mechanical Chasers on the board, and it's just overall a good card. And then finally, then we have our spell cards, which is the main focus. We have 3 Confiscation, 3 Delinquent Duo, and 3 Forceful Sentry. These are just to not let our opponent play Yu-Gi-Oh at all. We're going to be ripping all the cards out of Jeex' hand, hopefully on turn 1, and then just go from there when there are no resources. Next one's 3 Snatch Steal. This is probably, I already alluded to in the set breakdown, this is probably the single best card in the set. Your opponent gains 1,000 life points during all of their standby phases, but this just unequipped takes control of an opponent's monster permanently unless they deal with this card. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Then we have 2 Giant Trunade. I'm running the third one in this side. This is just there to deal with a mass setting of cards, and because all of our handrip effects, there's a good chance actually that Jeex is going to be setting a lot of cards because he doesn't want them to be discarded. So we can use Giant Trunade to add those back to his hand, and then you go snipe them with Confiscation or Forceful Sentry or Delinquent Duo. Or just use this to clear out stuff, his back row, if we're afraid of stuff like Rush recklessly, screwing our battle phase. Then we have 3 Upstart Goblin. This is just your opponent gains 1,000 and you draw a card. This can help us find our monster, find our handrip effects. It's just pretty self-explanatory. Then I'm playing 2 Gravekeeper Servant, and this might be a little bit weird, but my idea here is that with all the handrips, neither of us might actually have any resources. So I figured if the game actually goes to such a grind fest, this might deter him from attacking, or he might end up decking out. And another thing is there are so many powerful cards, like all the banned spells, Mechanical Chasers, even Maha Vailos, that even like getting rid of a random card, there's a good chance that we get rid of a really good card. So this is something I don't know if I'll keep it in for games 2 and 3. We'll see how it performs if it comes up in game 1. But it was just something I figured was interesting enough in a format that mostly is probably going to look pretty similar on both decks. So I figured I just wanted to play it. 3 MST. I was considering maybe bumping it down, but I figured with all the spells that drip cards from your opponent's hand, with stuff like Rush Recklessly, with even the equips, this card will actually have a pretty good amount of live targets. And in the situation where Jeex actually sets something like Snatch Steal, because he doesn't obviously want it to get discarded, if we can snipe it with MST, that's going to be massive. Then Rush Recklessly, and this another thing that's pretty self-explanatory. Stuff is really big, and if we need to get over big stuff like Mechanical Chaser with maybe our Recruiters, we can just rush over the Mechanical Chaser. I have that third one in the side as well, but my main was pretty tight, so I ended up siding that. Then I'll talk about this package as a whole, but first we have 2 Messenger of Peace. This is here because we have quite a few Recruiters. I don't know how hard Jeex is just gonna go on the big beater style, so Messenger of Peace is here that we can maybe wait to stabilize with it if he has multiple Mechanical Chasers or Maha Vailos on the board, and this might come up in the instance like that. And then we have a 10 card Maha Vailo package, which is just something that if I feel like I'm really struggling game 1, I can side into this pretty easily. Just swap out some 10 cards and swap in 3 Maha Vailos and then the best equip. So 3 Acts of Despair, it's just 1,000 boost, so it's the best. Relevant Nozzle 700 that can be placed back on top of your deck. It doesn't always go there, and so you get to decide, so it doesn't necessarily clog your draws. And then just one Megamorph, because it's there for a like one big swing. So yeah, these don't matter. I just thought I kind of like Quagga Hercules' art. I think it's cool, so I just threw them in. We don't have a way of getting fusions out anyway in the set, so those are just gonna be there. And yeah, that's our deck for the episode, and I can't wait to see how it performs. So best of luck to Jeex, and ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in the dueling zone. Ladies and lads, welcome to another episode, and this time we're doing Tournament Pack 1 and Spell Ruler, but we're doing both in one because we figured the Tournaments Pack have some interesting cards usually, and there's not enough to warrant its own episode, so this way we get to showcase some of the better cards out of those, and in this case, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be seeing at least one. How are you feeling about today's episode, Jeex?
I'm honestly kind of over and done with this set already, because I don't want to play this set, man.
Yeah, that's.
I think last week I was kind of excited because it might mean that I'm gonna win this week, but like I can't see this being fun for either of us.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like one of the probably less fun. Hopefully we can make it at least somewhat enjoyable to watch, but there is also always the chance that whoever wins just throws out all of the cards from the other player's hand, and that's it.
Yeah.
So,
And then they just sit there, and every single turn you top deck another delinquent duel, and you use that, and you use that, and you keep
Yeah.
at it. And the first time that they get anything going, you just use a Snatch Steal to take their Mechanical Chaser, and then you swing.
yeah, exactly. That's why what I was like thinking is like this could go either way. Like either these games are gonna be super fast, and one side just doesn't get to play at all, or these are gonna be super slow, and neither of us just has any resources, and the game state is just on a stalemate, and nothing is happening.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
think both of these are just as likely to happen right now.
yeah, I think so too. But yeah, we talked a little bit before we started recording, and we already established that there were some more, some lesser and some more major oversights in deck building that we will probably see when we get into games, and if or when it happens, we'll talk about it then. But yeah, I think. I know previously I wish you luck at this point, but hopefully your luck is bad and I actually win this rock, paper, scissors. So have fun.
Fuck.
Oh, well, so game 2.
Game 2, GG, go next.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to go first. And then we'll see what happens.
This hand's too good.
Oh, okay, well, we go standby main. And, well, I think we'll start off with a Forceful Sentry and see what you have in your hand there.
Yeah, this is free too, right? Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So Banishment of the Light, Confiscation, Mechanical Chaser. Okay. First, what do you think of like when because in this set we're probably gonna be seeing each other's hand quite a bit. Do you mind if I write up like what I know I have in your hand? Because my memory is awful. So I'll here's the chat.
I'll do my best to remember.
Okay,
what I see in your hat.
Because I can already say that I would not be able to try. Okay, that's fine. What is I think this sends back to deck.
Yep.
Honestly,
Which is kind of big.
Yeah. I think we're sending the Mechanical Chaser back.
Okay. I'm gonna just showcase that it's that, and then I'm gonna put it on the top of the deck, and then I'm gonna shuffle.
Yeah. And then okay, this is gonna be so awkward. Okay, yeah, we're going to set a card in the back row, set a card in the back row, set a card in the back row, and we are going to activate. Does it make any sense? Yeah, honestly, screw it. I'm activating a Gravekeeper and Servant.
What the fuck? Stacks?
Yeah, so...
Okay.
And yeah, that'll be my turn. Back to you.
Okay. I'll take a turn, and I'll set one card, and I'll set another card, and I'll set another card, and then I'll just set this monster, and I'll pass it over.
All right, awesome. And okay, so it's either it could be Cyberjar, it could be Banisher. I don't think you would. Would you set the confiscation? I don't know. I think what we'll do though is go standby, main, and I know you have a rush recklessly. I don't know what that is. This could be anything, honestly. Okay, yeah. What we're going to do... Wait, does this make... Wait, doesn't this make more sense? Am I dumb? Wait, I'm so dumb. Yeah, Giant Grenade.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, everything back to my hand.
I'm gonna use Delinquent Duo.
And then I'm going to not use Delinquent Duo. Instead, I'm going to normal a Mystic Tomato.
Oh, fuck.
In how was Cyberjar? Cyberjar on flip destroyed everything, and then top 5 we excavate and drop level
All level 4
or lower. Yeah.
In
and
face down, defense, or attack position.
Okay, so they come. So if this is Cyberjar, then I get them in the battle phase, which is pretty nice. Yeah. Okay. We go battle,
Yep.
and we swing into this, and hope it's Cyberjar.
It is Cyberjar. Now,
Okay.
I must remind you, Mystic Tomato does not proc off of Cyberjar.
Yeah, I know this is on battle. So I don't get to search of this, but what we get to do is
Kill everything on the field.
yes, and then you go first.
Just-
I think because I'm the turn player,
sure.
right?
Wait, what? I banish top card. Wait, what can I not ban? There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Another one. Let's take this off.
Rush. Okay, that's. Oh wait, that's not good because it goes to your hand. Ah shit.
Wait. Oh, was that in? Oh my god, I was unaware that it added the rest of them to hand.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh
Okay.
well. Holy.
I summon both of these guys.
Okay, so that was awful. Please. Okay, your hand is crazy. Please give me like all the hand rip effects in the world. So, True Nade,
Good.
Snatch Steal. Okay, that's good.
You know, there's a big brain play here where you take Maha Vailo.
Yeah, because
Maha Vailo against,
it gets the effect. Yes, it is pretty good. Giant Rat,
Ginterat.
my
Oh
own
my
Chaser,
God.
and Turtle. Okay, so not bad. Now the thing is, how do I get rid of your stuff? Okay, how do I want to do this? Okay, so Chaser and attack. How do I want to do this? Honestly, yeah, I think Turtle in attack and Rat in defense, and this is face down defense. So let me set this then to my hand. Giant Trunade and Snatch Steal, if it'll let me. Thank you.
I feel like something's broken right now.
Yeah, I'm super afraid. Okay, then we will
crash again.
hopefully not. And what we're going to do is we're going to attack Chaser into Vailo.
Okay.
For 300?
300.
Yes. Then we're going to attack Turtle into this. I could have anything, you know. Is that fine?
I have no responses.
Yeah, rush recklessly.
Yeah, that's gonna
So
be.
that's I love 50s.
150.
250?
No, 250.
Yeah. Okay. And why did I set my rat? Okay, I'm a dumbass. Anyways, me too.
Same.
We go set. It's not like I know that you have, delinquent duo confiscation, anything like that. So I think we're just, set, and we're gonna activate Gravekeeper's Servant, baby.
Hell yeah.
30 more turns.
Oh my god. Oh, I set one card. Then I set and set and
This is video games.
set.
Oh Jesus.
Then I pass.
Okay. My turn. Okay, so apparently Snatch Steal is not a face-up monster.
Yeah, you can go for it.
Okay, so I think to start, I think we'll fire off another giant grenade.
Okay. I'm gonna be a god gamer. I'm gonna shoot the Snatch Steal. Did I do it? Did I hit the Snatch Steal?
Fuck. You hit the Snatch Steal.
He's too good!
I'm sad.
How does he do it every time?
And then the rest to hand?
Yes. The rest to hand.
Oh.
Yours and mine.
So, okay. What do I know of? I know of Banisher. I know of... You have 2 rush. I know confiscation. I know delinquent duo. So I know... Rush, confiscation, delinquent. So I don't know 2 of your cards potentially. Assuming that this is Banisher, which actually, when we were alluding in the intro that there was a card that I might have overlooked and completely disregarded, and I don't know how I deal with it. Well, there's a very good chance that this is that card. So it could be anything, but I think what I'm gonna do is do this, and then take 150.
Well.
Ah,
it's another one.
What the? You psycho. You're playing 2 cyber. You're a
What do
psychopath.
you mean, psycho? I think I got all 3.
You are a psychopath. Anyways.
Everything does.
All of this is grave. Brother. My brother in Christ.
My brother in Christ.
What the fuck? Okay, so... MST. Delinquent number 2. And Axe. And Snatch. Okay,
What's up?
Okay, Upstart Goblin. Forceful Sentry. I mean, there's a lot of shit I can send back, I guess, at this point. Another rat. Another Goblin. And Rush Recklessly.
You want to give me some life points real quick? So my Megamorph doesn't kill you?
That's a plan that I might do.
Dude, that's actually insane that you got Rat in there. Because Rat literally makes this playable.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking... Should I be thinking, though? That's the question.
You summon Giant Rat and you swing Giant Rat once and then you get something other in the field and then you use the Rush Recklessly on the Maha Vailo, no?
Because, like...
Because you want to thin out the deck first.
Yeah, like that's exactly what I'm thinking. It's like... What do I want? I will summon it in attack. Now... Yeah, I do think... What do I have in the grave? These. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the play. We'll go rat. Is that fine?
Yep, that's fine. I don't have any responses from him.
Okay. Oh yeah, never mind.
everything's
Because
the
yeah,
same.
obviously, because only I can do. Not draw. Fuck me. That's my bad. It will go back and view. And I think what we get is shit. Yeah.
Oh,
We will take a turtle.
you can't do that.
It's an earth. We will not take a turtle.
Not.
We will.
Yeah.
What we will instead do is we will take a rat.
A rat. Yeah.
It's a rat, baby. I'll double shuffle
Good
just to
old
make it
gimme rats.
sure. And then we'll swing the Vailo.
Ah, yes. This is where I have my responses now.
Okay.
I shuffled my hand.
Okay, and then
I shuffled my hand.
I rush recklessly.
Yeah, priority. Yeah.
Yes.
Now you just increase that by 700, and I take 550.
Yes. And
I
then
believe so. Boop.
we go main 2. And now what the hell do I want to do?
Now you want to check what I have in hand.
I mean, yeah, obvious. I'm wondering. But does it make. Actually, yeah, I think. Okay. This is dumb, kinda, maybe. Not. I don't. Maybe. I don't know. Take 1,000. I'm going to.
Okay.
Goblin. Not what I want. Take 1,000. I'm gonna goblin.
Oh no, my megamorphs, they're completely useless now. How will I ever...
Then I think we'll confiscation.
Okay, so you're gonna use confiscation and forceful sentry to get rid of 2 cards in my hand.
Yes.
And I assume you're gonna send Bench of Light here. Does that make sense?
Black illusion ritual. No,
No.
that is.
Stop looking at the relinquished. Stop looking at the card that I've been literally cycling onto the field and getting giant tornaded every turn, so I don't lose it, so I can actually get relinquished out.
Okay,
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Banish of the light to the grave,
Okay, that's fucked up.
and then
Just play forceful sentry.
yeah. The one thing that I'm thinking is like, do I want to save it for when you actually might get? Because
Do you think what else? Do you
yeah, no,
have in hand that you
I
don't
have.
like?
I have to get rid of. I was thinking like obviously the Snatch Steal is thing, but I have to get rid of the Snatch Steal. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna send the Snatch Steal or?
Yeah, Snatch Steal to the deck.
Okay. So I'm gonna just do this so you can confirm that it's done, and then I put it at the top of the deck and I shuffle.
Yeah. So delinquent, rush. Okay, delink X2, rush X2. This is why I did this. Ritual with a question mark. X. Confess. MST. Okay, thank you. And then I swung with. How did this turn even start? Oh yeah, I summoned Tomato. Yeah, so
No, not on this turn.
wait, what's that last, bro?
That was the previous turn. This was the second Cyber Jar.
Have I not normal?
I don't remember.
Like, I had Mechanical Chaser and
yeah, you had
Rat
Rat,
and
Turtle, and Mechanical
Turtle.
Chaser, and then they got exploded by Cyborg Jar, and then you revealed your giant rat.
Because now I'm thinking, like, did I normal the Chaser?
No, you did not.
Okay.
You got that off of the first Cyber Jar.
Gotcha. Okay, so I guess I'll just the normal this Axe Raider for good measure.
Fucking hell.
Set a card in back row and pass it over. Hey, you can finally discard something in my hand. If you want to, I guess. Okay, so you want me to discard this Cyber Jar?
I want you to discard that Cyber Jar. Yes.
Okay. That's fair.
And then I'm gonna set
Don't have
a
a
bunch
monster.
of cards.
Okay, no monster.
You literally know what I have in hand. What do you mean, no
Hey,
monster?
you drew one card. You could have drawn a monster.
Yeah, man, I wish it was a monster.
Okay, that's a lot of back row. Heavy storm. I am.
Giant grenade. That's why I'm setting them, because I know you can't destroy all of it.
Oh god damn it. Step by main. This is, bro. I know this was gonna be awful. This is awful. Like, this is fun. I'm setting a card here, and then after that we swing with rat first because you might have gores. 1400.
Gores can't be activated in this situation because I have spells and traps.
Oh damn.
I do have Tragoidia.
Ah shit. But your Tragonia would be only 1600, so my Axe Raider can't get over it. Yeah,
Ooh,
17. Axe Raider.
1600?
1700. Isn't it 800 per card in your hand?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 600 per card in hand, actually.
Oh, I mean, well, then it would be even more.
600.
Then
No, it would be less. It would be less.
Yeah, back to you.
Well, because the fact that
What do
you
you
were
wanna snipe
so
with your MST?
nervous about, I'm gonna snipe that card. That you showed this
Damn.
turn.
That sucks big time because it's my second Gravekeeper turn.
That's fucked up, baby. This is huge. I'm gonna
Don't have a monster.
snatch this thing away.
Oh, you piece of. Well, there you go.
I'm gonna equip this with a Axe of Despair.
That's a lot of damage.
Now I need to ask: does this, if I play Delinquent Duo,
Yeah.
and you have to discard a card at random, and if they have any other card in your hand, can I use it now? Because you have no cards in hand, but you can still discard a card at random. Because you know, I'm pretty sure I can. I'm pretty sure I can activate.
Can
Delinquent
you
Duo.
activate Delinquent Duo if opponent has no cards in hand? Because I think your opponent only needs to have one card in order for you to activate Delinquent Duo. You cannot activate this card when there are no cards in your opponent's hand.
Okay. This is fucked up.
It's from a Pojo forum, so I don't know what's the credibility on that.
Pojo.
Okay. So you have to send a card from the top of your deck to your graveyard, or you can't declare an attack. Excuse me.
No, I mill one. No, it's my Ricastor Goblin.
Oh.
You can't gain life, but that's 2.7k, so you take 1.3k damage here.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
But it's okay. You're gonna get 1,000 life points next turn. Also, if you
Okay, so wait, how much am I taking?
1.3k.
Ouch. Yeah,
Not that much.
I'll take that.
No.
And then rat to the grave, and
then you
from
switch
my
summon.
deck.
Do you have any targets left? Needs to be a Earth, remember?
Okay, listen, buddy. I think, yeah, you know what? I think I want to draw into this card, so I will elect not to get anything. You know.
Wait, what?
I mean, if you look into my grave, you might see there are 3 rats in my graveyard.
That's what I was talking about. Like, I was pretty sure you didn't have any targets left.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anything else?
I'm spacing out. Nothing else. I will pass it over to you.
Okay.
You MST the Snatch Steal, and you get an Axe of Despair Axe Raider.
I accept the turn start if the game will let me. Thank you. Oh. Okay, that would be very funny. But
If that was MST.
Let me get a it would be funny if it was an MST. It also would be funny if I had an MST here and I shoot the Snatch Steal and get a Axe of Despair Axe Raider.
Should have done that last turn.
I was thinking of it, but you know.
Because you don't lose anything if you do that.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, I'll be honest. I kind of wanted to check my deck and make sure, like, wait, do I have any more rat targets? But yeah, I know I definitely. Oh yeah, let me do this so we know that this is what the axe is targeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to know if I was out of red targets. Because, you know, I know my deck well. And, yes. Yeah, I think we go battle and swing for 2700.
Okay.
Cool. Main 2, I will set a card and back to you. Don't draw a monster.
I did not.
Okay, we go game 2, and note to self, I need even more stuff to deal with Banisher, because if that card hits the field, I am dead.
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay. That'll do it. Sorry, that was a long process, and now you go second here, so you get the battle phase.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
I think you misclicked.
I think I clicked on the right thing, and actually, I think I clicked on the right thing so hard that I'm gonna activate Forceful Sentry, and you're gonna show me your hand.
Oh, man. I'd rather not. Can I, like, elect to
No,
not do it?
no. I will not allow for this. Wow. You see, now I could absolutely just shit on you for having Electric Snake in here because the fact that I specifically cited out of confiscations and cited out one Delinquent Duo to add Forceful Sentries.
Man.
I'm pretty sure in this situation, getting rid of the Giant Rat is actually probably the best option.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get rid of the Giant Rat here.
Yeah, so rat here, rat,
Yep.
top of deck, and shuffle.
There we go. And then I'm just gonna set one card, and I'm gonna pass.
I don't like the fact that you know that I have 2 discard cards and you didn't set your entire hand.
Yeah, well, you got Confiscation, you got Forceful Sentry, you got the Snake thing, and you got something else, but I don't remember.
Rush Recklessly was the fourth card, you know. You don't know what
that's why. Yeah, that's the card that I made decision to send Giant Rat off of.
Yeah.
Because if you had that in your hand, if I happened to set like Banisher of Life, for example, you could get over that with the Rush Recklessly Rat. So.
Yeah. I think there is no world in which I don't start with the Sentry.
No, absolutely not.
I don't like it that you're still on Relinquished. I
literally didn't draw a single copy of this guy last game, and if I had drawn a single copy of this guy last game, I would have won.
I hate it.
It's such a big swing when you get Relinquished on board.
I mean, yeah, like it's good, but it's like
you got no outs for it other than literally ramming yourself into it, right? And
yeah.
I can just make it bigger and bigger.
You know, I think we're sending Senju. There's no like apparent thing.
You're gonna send Senju?
Yeah, I'll send one of the Senjus, and
Okay,
we'll make this easy. I'll just discard the other one out of your hand.
Top of deck.
I'm too scared.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
And then, because I'm such a good Yu-Gi-Oh player, I'm going to normally Axe Raider that I drew.
Damn, you're too good.
I'm just, you know, it's
outskilled. What can I say?
Right, runs in the family. And then we
Don't
swing into this set.
Well,
and we rush recklessly. It just feels good to be good at the game, you know. And
I mean, to be fair, most of your deck would have got over that in that situation.
That's fair. It's like Rush Recklessly is a pretty good card. So
in hindsight, an argument could be made that I should have discarded Rush Recklessly instead.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna grab that.
I fucking hate you, man.
And I'm also gonna summon this, and I'm gonna attack face.
Yeah, and I'm taking 23. What the?
3250.
3250.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
And then I just end my turn, and you get to gain 1000 life back. Is this it? Is this finally it?
Oh.
Or is this MST?
Okay, I guess like The problem there's no MST. I would have dropped it in frame 1 if I drew it. Now the problem here is like, do I set the snake?
I don't think not setting the snake is.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's so greedy. You know it's here. You know it's good. If I have something in my hand, you're not gonna blind send a delinquent duo. Yep. Yeah, because like I lose to any monster, and given how many monsters I've already seen, I think there's a good it would be way too greedy not to do it. We'll do a T set and we'll pass it back over.
Okay. You see, when you set this card, if you didn't set the back row here, I would have probably not attacked. Wanna know why? Because I would have got that Cyber Jar.
Oh.
But and Cyber Jar wins game here. But then I realized, oh, never mind. I literally have to attack into it anyway. So you get 1,000 life.
Thank you.
And I draw 1 card.
And now it's another Snatch Steal, and I lose.
Yeah, I wish.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wait, this is the wrong order. Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Maha Vailo, and then 17 to the dome.
Yeah. Thank you. Makes it a bit easier to do the maths and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep,
and then I gain 1,000, and I will to my hand from the top of my deck an MST.
It's Giant Grenade.
It's
Mechanical Chaser. Fuck.
Okay, this might be dumb, but what's in your hand?
It's Relinquish.
Okay, it's to the grave. That feels pretty good. And another thing that feels pretty good is Snatch Steal, which I'm gonna target Maha Vailo with, actually.
Yeah, that's the right target.
Because then it's 2050, and then we just go battle and swing into this for... Bro, why is it 50? It's so annoying. But 350, right?
Oh, is it 350? Oh.
Is it? It's like, wait. Yeah, it's 350, yeah.
I'm open.
Because it's 2050. And yeah, then we go end phase. And you get 1,000.
Top deck. Oh, I got 1,000. Baby, let's go.
Bro, Snatch Steal is such a degenerate card.
There you go. Take 1,000.
Oh, what is this? This is like we're playing philanthropy for Yu-Gi-Oh here.
Check this out.
Don't Snatch Steal. Oh, you piece of...
Get fucked.
Because, like, I'm so... Oh, that's so fucking tragic. Because now
Is this MST? Did you actually just top deck MST? Is that what you shot up? If this is MST, I'm so fucking mad.
Okay, it's not MST. I'm thinking of doing
it's Giant Grenade.
I'm thinking of doing the dumbest play in the history of dumbass plays. No, it's like it makes no sense. Yeah, no. We go sets and turn. Take your 1,000.
Okay.
So take your 900. Is this? Yeah, this is 10 by 50. Yeah, so you can just gain 900 because both are your standby.
I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, it's or destroy. Yeah. Oh, I don't like that one bit. That's a really okay I do not like you thinking about it one bit.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna take that though for now, and I'm gonna set 1 card, and I'm gonna.
Oh, this sucks so bad. Oh, it sucks so bad. I don't care what you back first. I'm MSTing this messenger of peace.
I'm gonna MST your snap.
I'm gonna kill my... Yeah, it's everything resolves. So
everything resolves.
You take this shit. This goes to
and that's a Snatch Steal. Don't tell me it's a Snatch Steal. I'm begging.
This game is bad. This is a bad video game. Go.
It's an amazing video game.
This
right
game
now.
sucks. This is fucking awful. If you MS, okay, I take 50. That was the fastest turn in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot to set this. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, all good. Standby main. Man. Ah, shit.
You know what they should do? They should add hexproof into Yu-Gi-Oh! And just make like cantrips that hexproof. If your opponent played a Link monster this turn, you and your cards gain hexproof and draw one card.
Let's not.
That would be really good.
This is so dumb because it's like, okay, this. I mean, I lose to so many things. I don't care. Fuck this. Giant Trunade, add to your hand your thing, then I pay 1,000 and I discard it, whatever it is.
Haha, it is Russian electricity.
Okay, well.
It was my vinkon.
Okay, then I was dead in 2 turns anyway, so it doesn't matter. Back to you.
Okay. Ooh.
No.
I'm gonna swing. I can't move the battle phase for some reason.
Okay. You can just.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, no, okay. Anything in damage step?
Nothing.
Okay, 50-50.
And because of the fact that you have hand ripping effects, I should probably set this card. But if I set this card, that's a fucking high variance play. I would rather wait for you to be able to deal with the Maha Vailo and then maybe set this card.
This sucks so bad. This is so okay, what do I do here? Not battle phase. Bro, it's 15-50. How is this guy so hard to get rid of? No,
My man's only got 2 monsters bigger than 15.
Yeah, screw it. We will set 1 monster and back to you.
I think I know what this monster is. I hope it is. Because I'm just gonna do this.
It is not Cyberjar. It is a rat.
Okay, it's a rat. Then this is a misplay on my part.
And now rat will get this in attack.
What am I? Yeah, okay.
It has to summon in attack. I definitely would not have summoned it in attack otherwise. The problem here is how am I getting through 950?
Is this a Snatch Steal?
Battle phase immediately, and I swing into this.
Okay, you get it. Okay.
Rush recklessly.
Okay.
It's gone. Get it off the field.
Yeah. It's 550 damage and grave. Okay, I'm fine with this. It's my turn.
And it is your turn.
Okay.
It's like this. I can die to so many things. Like this piece of. Yeah. Rat.
So the reason why I didn't summon it last turn was because I thought you had Cyberjar on the field. So if I did that, I would have lost the Mechanical Chaser too, which would have been a huge blow.
Yeah.
But if I keep it in the hand until you play the Cyberjar, or let's say I get a Cyberjar, it can be a big buff. Is this another Rush Recklessly combo?
That is
if
so
this is,
because it's like I'm so. I mean, this goes to defense.
Skull finally.
Another thing is like I lose to anything. A fucking snake can swing at me and I will die.
Yeah. But that's what makes this fun, right?
I mean, I could theoretically have more targets for the rat to surge. Like we never know.
True. Like what exactly?
Axe Raider if we cheat, which
that's
at this point I think is a pretty valid strategy.
I'll have to disagree.
We got through one.
Oh my god, I'm gonna take the first game.
End turn.
4 weeks.
No monsters.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Game through. Fuck, man. Yeah, we go game 3. Hey, for you're right actually. First game 3. Yeah, and let's go game 3.
Final.
Yep, we made it. Best of luck. I will elect to go first.
Why? You can get your battle.
No, please. Okay.
This sucks.
Well, this is not the greatest, I will admit, but it does contain a delinquent duo. But unfortunately, just the delinquent duo. So we'll just fire that. So I can just toss a dice. Whoa.
3. So the middle one?
Let's toss this one, yeah.
That's actually spared. And then I discard another one of my own choice. I will discard this thing.
Huh, okay. And this goes to the grave. Then we will normal chaser. Set a card. Set a card. And yeah. Back to you.
Okay. I draw.
Snatch Steal.
I play Upstart Goblin. You gain 1,000 life points.
Okay. Back to 8k we go.
Yeah. I draw one card. Ah.
Do you not?
Skill game. What can I say other than I'm simply too talented at this fucking thing? Okay, I swing 1.8k.
Where do you go? Battle phase
okay.
PMST.
Okay. Then we move this over here.
This time we don't have to look if I have rat targets in my deck.
Okay. This is fine. I set one card and I pass 2.
Cyberjar sucks. Banisher sucks. Everything sucks. I hate everything, honestly.
Just rush recklessly into it.
Yeah, I've willed it to my hand too many times. Swing into this.
Yeah. Zeroed out that it's rush recklessly.
I take 150.
Okay. Now, see, this is actually a bait. So I play the cards in my hand, and I swing into your mechanical chaser, and that thing that you're gonna sit this turn is actually rush recklessly.
I'm now so scared. No, I think we just screw it. No, this has to be normal second chaser, and end my turn.
Bruh.
This is where one Snatch Steal takes care of 2 of my chases.
Summon Maha Vailo. I go into battle phase.
Yeah.
I attack your mechanical chaser.
Yeah, no effects.
I activate rush recklessly on my Maha Vailo.
Yeah, and I take 400. And chaser is gone.
And then I set one card. And I pass. Oh, by the way, all the cards that go into
graveyard
now go to banish.
Yeah. So let me banish this
mechanical chaser. Yep. And it's your turn.
I know I said I wanted more monsters.
But you didn't mean this many.
But now what is the back row? And am I afraid? First, I said the first question is I don't know, and the second is yes, very much so. I mean, yeah, no, it doesn't make sense not to do it. I swing into this with chaser.
Oh no, that's the wrong order.
And I take 400 again.
Yeah.
I mean, chaser would have gone over it either way. I was like, I mean, I don't know what I was expecting.
No, but like if Axe Raider stays on the field, it's worse for you than mechanical chaser staying.
Yeah, I know. I was literally going for okay, this is more damage, so I'll do this.
Yeah.
Because my hand is bad. Yeah, nothing. Go for it. Oh yeah, and both of these are banish as well.
Oh yeah.
I gotta remember that. Not that it matters. I don't think there's. Is there any recursion other than for the
not
equips?
In this. No, not in this.
Got it.
I'm so sad that I have to pass.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna change Maha Vailo to defense, so you can't do some bullshit with a lower power creature. So.
Yeah. Bro.
That guy's gonna have to actually commit his hand or
overlooking Banisher in the deck
fucking
building it's bro. It's literally equips that I might or might not have sighted out of and rush recklessly.
No.
Yeah, I don't.
It's crazy.
There's not gonna be a better time If it's the snake, go for it. I pay 1,000, then discard.
It's not. It's a second
Okay.
Maha Vailo.
I'll take that trade, I think.
That's a really good trade.
Yeah. And 150. Oh yeah,
Pretty.
and Delinquent goes to the banish as well. Isn't this? Yeah, it's all cards. Yeah.
Yep. All cards, and that's scary too in a way.
Yeah, it is. It is. But yeah, back to you.
Confiscation.
It's a Maha Vailo.
Haha.
That goes to the banish zone.
Yeah.
You know, I just like fiddling with these cards. That's why I throw them in the grave first.
Yeah, same. That's what I send confiscation to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's your turn, but
Set a card. It's your turn.
I can't believe.
Bro, this banisher. I'm gonna lose the banisher. It's gonna happen.
Okay, so
And I deserve. Honestly, I deserve it. But she draw.
there's a part of me that's going like, I gotta set this card, because if I set this card, it can swing the game, and that'll be more fun.
I mean, you know, bro, you basically just said like, yeah, I said a Cyberjar. There is like,
Do it.
It is like, I mean, I will just swing into this. I appreciate it. You basically gave it away. This is a Cyberjar. Yeah.
Do it. Everything dies. Everything goes to the banish.
Oh yeah,
true.
everybody
Dies when. Yeah.
I appreciate you doing it for the content. I will give it up. Don't. Wait, what's that? I think that was 6, right?
Confiscation. No, it was 5.
Oh, if it was, yeah, it was 6. It was confiscation.
No.
Send you mechanical chaser, banisher, and snatch steal.
Acts of Despair is on top of the deck, but I'll
Yeah.
just shuffle.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then Snatch
Wasn't
Steal.
it's a special summon, right?
Yeah,
So yeah.
but it's special summon in face down or.
Oh yeah, I mean it's still on defense.
Yeah, I literally just filled my field again. That's perfect.
And you have a what? You have snatch steal and what was the other card?
Confiscation.
Yeah, confiscation.
Confiscation.
Snatch.
And I'm gonna shuffle my deck because I accidentally put the actually spring deck.
Yeah, that's fine. And then now there better be some good ass cards in here because that's a mechanical chaser. There is a set banisher. So honestly, I don't know what I can get here.
Okay.
Doesn't do anything. Turtle doesn't do anything. Maha Vailo can maybe do something. Snatch Steal, that's good. And MST.
Fuck.
Okay. It's not bad. I will say that. But, Maha Vailo gets special. My bad.
Yeah.
Turtle in defense, I guess. And then Trunade in hand. Do I even want Vailo in attack?
You just steal the mechanical chaser here, right?
Yeah, but it's like I can only do it in main too. I'm honestly thinking of the banisher. I'll be honest. I'm really thinking of it.
The thing I was thinking here was you could equip Snatch Steal to Maha Vailo, but you cannot because it's only
this is opponent controls, unfortunately. Yeah. It would have been very funny. Insane. It would have been very funny, but honestly,
I'll just have to point out that if you steal the Banisher of Light, you'll have to use the MST and Snatch Steal 100%.
Yeah, I know. It's
because I'm gonna yoink the Maha Vailo and swing into the Banisher of Light, which will also get rid of it for you, right?
Yeah.
Which then makes this a multiple layer mind game.
You can still shift this, so yeah, if you're... Does it matter at all what I do with Maha Vailo? Not really. Do I bank? Yeah, no, yeah. It's fine, I'll do it what I initially did. We go main 2, and this is so weird.
Throwing for content. Hell yeah.
I do appreciate it. I don't appreciate you getting the second banisher there, and this makes my life so much harder than it needs to be. Because it's like, yeah, is it still the right thing to do? What's your grave look like? Nothing. No. actually.
What are you on?
Honestly, I think this is what we're doing.
Snatch stealing the Banisher.
Yeah, Snatch Stealing the Banisher.
Okay, I'm gonna move that over to you. There you go.
Thank you. And then Forceful Sentry.
Okay, and then you send the Snatch Steal, I assume.
Yeah, Snatch Steal needs to go. And then you draw it the next turn anyway, and I'm miserable.
Double shuffling.
I appreciate it. And okay, what the hell? No, I just swung into. Yeah, I haven't normaled yet. But do I want to? I mean, I know you have. Yeah.
We cannot not see it. That's weird.
Oh, that's ominous. Yeah, no. I still think we do this. Do this. Set my entire rest of the hand. And this should be in. Oh, yeah, it's in the grave because Banisher is set. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
This time we're good. And then it's back to you and take your 1,000.
I get 1k back. And I just drew my second worst card in the deck.
That is good. Glad to hear that.
Attack into this guy.
Yep. And he is dead. And I take
Yep.
300.
And I'm also gonna attack into this guy.
Anything else for that? Or just the.
No,
Okay.
just that.
Yeah, and Turtle to the grave. And I don't think I have
Another
targets. Yeah, no, I don't have targets.
I don't think you should. Okay, and then we pass.
All right. And to my turn. And
That's a mechanical chaser. You should know.
imagine if it was my third chaser. That would be
Very
nuts.
sad.
It is instead. So I know you have confiscation
Snatch.
and something else. No, it's delinquent duo. I'll just discard. If the last thing is
yes.
snake, then you know. Oh. Well, that was kind of nothing burger. I guess I paid 1,000, so that's cool.
Winning. Winning. Duh. Like a tiger blood.
Yeah, now the problem here is like I'm not exactly advancing anything. I'm just giving you life in hopes of maybe finding something.
And you're also giving me a chance to find something.
Yeah, that's true. I do have. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? I'm gonna take more. No, I think I'd rather thin the deck. I'll flip summon the rat and crash
Okay.
with the Senju.
Okay.
Rat goes to the grave. And I will want another rat, which unfortunately has the special in attack. Which, not optimal, but it is what it is. I was thinking of flipping up my Banisher, but yeah, I'm pretty glad I didn't, because obviously I wouldn't get to search with rat if I do.
Yeah.
And then take your 1,000 from Snatch.
You gain 1,000.
Bro, why did I not just take Chaser and actually no? Then you would still have the Banisher.
Nothing would have changed really, because you still need to draw the rush recklessly.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Now
I'll get my last rat. Where is it?
I'm gonna
Rush.
actually have to wonder about something real quick.
Okay.
If you declare an attack with rat and then you use rush recklessly, even if it gains, if it goes over 1.5k, the attack still goes through. Yes. Correct.
Yes, I would assume so.
Okay.
Because
I'm just gonna play this just in case you draw like your third mechanical chaser, and I have to somehow deal with it.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to use the MST for this anyhow, which is still gonna be worth it for me.
Or the
this
rush,
card
right?
is gonna be dead.
Because like.
Yeah. Either or.
Okay.
Or you can just
mean,
use
it's
the giant
still-
grenade, and you could then take the mechanical chaser
and
and then swing
return.
the mechanical chaser. Yeah.
Return Snatch Steal, which sucks.
No, but you get Snatch Steal in hand, and then you can go into the mechanical chaser with that.
Yeah.
And then you can just game with that.
But still, like, I still need to find something to. Oh, I mean, yeah, because I will still need to find something to get over the thingy myself. Standby main. I'll put rat to defense question mark? Yeah, we'll put red to defense. And doesn't really do anything, does it? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think we just go straight main and get your 900, I guess. But this set has been a grind. What is this?
This game is something all right. Yeah, I'm just gonna actually get 1,000 and let this thing down.
Oh, okay.
And
I mean,
I'm
I
gonna play
guess it makes sense.
confiscation.
Yep, 1,000,
hand.
and you got rid of my
Yep.
raider. I was thinking of like, do I just set it if in case you maybe find a handrip? I was like, there's no way you'll find a handrip card. Well, that's where I was wrong.
Oh, you should have known better.
Gratis there. I don't think there's anything. There's nothing.
And then we pass.
And I am so sad that I went here and shuffled my deck because I saw what I would have drawn.
Was it another Snatch Steal?
It may have been a Snatch Steal.
Fucking shit, fuck. It's okay. I would have just said activated MST that I'm gonna draw next turn and broken the one that has Banish of Light on it, and I would have just sat on that.
Oh yeah, I think this has to be done right. Yeah, no. This is where I fire off the Trunade.
Yep.
And we can. I'm gonna keep Snatch Steal here. I'm just gonna reapply it on your chases so we can just change these. This goes to
and
my
now you're
hand.
gonna swing with Mechanical Chaser and activate Rush Recklessly, right?
I'm going to use my Axe of Despair on my Mechanical Chaser.
Axe of Despair!
And then I
Beware the
will...
face of despair.
It is. And then I'll finally get over this piece of shit card that... Okay, why are you in the set, man? Made life so much harder than it needed to be. And now...
You should have known that it's in the set, man.
Oh, yeah. I guess so. I did the look through it 3 times, and I guess I'm just blind.
I literally looked through it for 20 minutes, and I saw it. I was like, ooh, this is a good card.
That's what sorting by attack numbers does to your brain in early. And I've learned my lesson. You will find your handrip card, so I'm gonna set everything and take your 1,000. And please let this be a start of a comeback.
Set 1 card.
Okay, I do not care what that is. I will blind MST it.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, jeez. Well, so that was a mistake.
I don't know what your last set is actually, because it's not.
Yeah,
trying
you
to
don't know. You don't know what it is. I
have outs.
I mean, this doesn't matter when I do this. I'll just set this now and swing for it. 2850. Let's get the 4-turn clock ticking. Wait.
Oh yeah, I need. I should add 1,000 because I didn't gain 1,000 last turn.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
I was about to like. I think it should be a 3-turn. Yeah. And yep. Then it's back to you.
I draw. Haha. I'm sorry to say. It's a skill game.
I hate this game, man. Yeah. I mean, you did call the MST, so yeah.
But it was more than... Actually, I should have probably waited until I get the life, but whatever. I attack for 2.850.
Yeah.
This is so awkward. You top deck.
I literally have to draw exactly Snatch Steal to win, right?
Yeah.
Nothing
or you set something.
Yeah, I have to get a monster which buys me a turn, or I get a Snatch Steal exactly. Heart of the cards, I draw from the top of my deck into my hand a Snatch Steal.
Please no.
No! This game is amazing! I retract every statement I said. This game rules. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! It's actually one of my favorite games of all time. I love how back and forth it is and how you can like implement different cool strategies into it. And you can like make such great swings if you're just like good player, you know? do not.
Getting punished.
Okay.
Getting punished for throwing for content? No way.
No way. You know, what's a card in your hand?
It's Acts of Despair.
Yeah, you can draw it next turn. Oh, it's Forceful Sentry, not.
Oh, it's Forceful Sentry?
Yeah,
it doesn't go on top of the deck. It shuffles.
But you can draw it again, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It can go at the top of the deck like your other, cards that you magically willed there. 2850.
Yeah. It's okay. We still got one more turn.
Yeah, two, unless I draw a monster, yeah. Because, you gain 1,000 from the snatch. What could you... You have used 2 snatches, right? Or 1?
I've used a singular Snatch Steal, and I've used 2 MSTs, and I still have a Vanisher in the deck. I still have part of a Cyber Jar in the deck. I have literally my whole deck left, and I'm drawing shit.
I am not taking any more shit. Second Acts of Despair, baby.
No!
Mechanical Chaser, finish off my opponent.
That's easy. I'm gonna draw Mechanical Chaser. That's I can't believe
there is no fucking way. I should have never won this game. That was it was literally the only card. Yeah, it's like I have 2 Snatch Steal and nothing else does anything.
Fuck.
The protagonist power, baby.
Sure. I threw for content.
Yeah, that is. I will give it up. I appreciate it. We did get a pretty sick couple of moments where literally huge swings happened. But holy shit, this set sucks.
This is horrible.
This was
I don't like this.
Such a miserable experience up until the very end where I won. You know.
I think if Giant Tornado was Heavy Storm, this set would be sick.
Yeah, definitely. Giant Tornado is. No.
Yeah, because you can't really punish somebody just setting 6 cards or 5 cards. Actually, 6 cards. Yeah, fuck that, 6 cards, and then activating a Giant Tornado, because they just bounce all the shit back, and your confiscation and your delinquent duo and your forceful sentry don't do anything.
All of my rush recklessly were still here.
Yeah. I had my next few draws were Mechanical Chaser, Snatch Steal, Senju, Messenger of Peace, Melvin Nuzzler, Senju.
Yeah, I did also have this thing to also normal and then swing for a game, but double X is more fun.
Yeah. But what's the face down?
Oh, it's a second Trunade.
Okay. That's pretty big. Because that means that you could balance all the Acts of Despairs and get them.
Yeah, it was kind of. I kind of just said it because I didn't want to get it ripped, but afterwards it ended up being hey, this is actually pretty good. In the instance, I could, when I had my snake, I could set the snake by a turn, and then if you have my Axe of Despair with the steal, I can at least bounce the axes out. So I'm not taking that much, and I might get another turn or something. But yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think I boarded out of my upstarts after game 1, and I never put them in. It's just I'm hey, I can just draw the best card in my deck, in this instance, without drawing extra cards, without giving you life, and it happened. Result-based thinking.
That is.
It's I got so fucking greedy with this game 3. I was so lost with okay, if Banisher hits the field, what the hell do I actually do? Actually, what the hell do I do? And I was hope to draw one of my equips or rush.
Yeah, what equips do you have in the deck left?
Oh wait,
which just
cards?
You just have Acts of Despair and...
1 Nuzzler and 1 Axe. I was running early, my very initial idea was that I had, in my side deck... Okay, I had Maha Vailo in my side deck. What was on my side deck? My side deck was the Maha Vailo package, which was 3 Maha Vailo, 3 Axe, 3 Nuzzler, and 1 Megamorph, I think. And that was the idea. Okay, that's 10 cards. I can just put them in and take them out and be done with it. I had 2 Messenger of Peace. I never put them in. Then I had... What else did
There's
I
an
have?
argument to be made that I should have just sat on the messenger of peace until I stabilized, but I figured trying to pressure you as soon as possible would be preferable. And then you drew a 2 snatch steal, or you drew a second snatch steal, and everything that I thought about came to pass. And
I mean, yeah, it was. I do think it's still like in hindsight. I think it's the right play. You literally have. I had 2 snatch steals out of 20 cards then, or 19. So it was like,
give or take, yeah.
yeah, something like that. So it's like you had basically a 10% chance to lose, and everything else you just win. But it's just, I mean, I guess
Never lucky
RNG.
rubber ducky.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely like, I will say, like, there is no world in which I should have it. Not only with you throwing for content, but also choosing to ignore such a like counterpiece of a card that is Banisher of the Light. Like, I did not deserve to win this shit. Oh yeah, I was running 1 Cyberjar in my side, I think.
1?
Yeah.
Why would you not run 3 cyberjars?
What was my... Okay, my idea was that if I have Maha Vailo with a bunch of equips, I don't want him to get destroyed. That's literally the only thing.
That's kind of like, I was like, I don't really want that to die, but then I realized, wait, but I can just not play them.
Yeah.
I can just not play the Cyberjar if I have Maha Vailo on the field, and I can just not play the equips if I have Cyberjar on the field.
Yes.
Or hand, and I just set Cyberjar, and that's plus fucking gazillion. That's plus 5 minimum, or plus 4 minimum. And like, why wouldn't I just play 3 of them? It's like playing Atraxa in MTG.
Like I've established multiple times with like this episode, there are many things that I did not do well, and I definitely did not deserve to win this episode. Let's put it out there. Like, there are 7 different reasons why I shouldn't have won. And
My guy is like 8-1 now, or I'm 1-8. I've won a single game.
To be fair, this might as well be like your win, because bro, that was. But hey,
that was sick though. That's good content.
Yeah, I will say, like, you throwing for content and then us getting like a literal anime moment is, I think, the best possible scenario that we could have gotten out of fucking Spell Ruler.
Yeah, for sure. This was also surprisingly back and forth.
Yeah,
in comparison to like most other game 2s and 3s that we've had so far, or game 2s, I guess, because we never had a game 3 so far.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, what was the? Let me real quickly see. Like, what was the duration of this stuff? Because this was like, our game 1 was. Let me get rid of those actually. Yeah, game 1 was 25 minutes exactly. Game 2 was, that was 13 minutes. Damn, you beat my ass fast. And then this is now like running at almost 29, but obviously we've been blubbering about it for a little bit. But this was, I think this was almost at least like very close to the duration of game 1, but like at least very close. But I think it might have even been longer.
No.
But like, as much as I said, like, yeah, this is miserable, I do mean it. This set was awful to actually play because it's so sacky, it's so pain. But like, there were like some moments, like with the Snatch Steals, MSTs, and stuff like that, that made it like back and forth and actually fun. But yeah,
I can't believe it.
Snatch Steal is a card, but I will still say, like, it was still crazier, even crazier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, like there's a reason why when he came back that one time, even in the modern format, it just like instantly got hit again.
Let's just say that I put 3 MSTs into my main deck from the get-go, and I never looked back.
Yeah, I think MST is probably the best card in this entire set, alongside Giant Tornado. But if MST or Giant Tornado was Heavy Storm, I think this entire set would be entirely different.
Heavy Storm would completely change the way we look at the format, for sure.
I think that's probably the reason why something like just playing discard effects and setting all your cards that you don't want to get ripped probably wouldn't have been all that common, because of the fact that Heavy Storm can happen. Yeah. Because Heavy Storm can just shit on you if you set 5.
Yeah.
and that's GG. You just pass. You can't
Yeah,
you can't do
exactly.
anything anymore. Or you
Oh,
scoop. I mean,
that's what I was interested to hear because you said like you, okay, that is this is another reason why I was a fucking dumbass. But you were saying like you bought some discard cards, put in some others like for playing around with forces and stuff. How many were you like playing?
I was playing 3 confiscations and 3 delinquent duos,
Okay, and then you
and
changed the
then
confiscations
I
and one
changed
delinquent for
confiscations to
forceful.
forceful sentries, and then I sided out of like 2 out of 3 delinquent duos, and sided out some other stuff like a extra copy of Relinquish that I had in there, and I think some equips into other stuff, and put Messenger of Peace in, put more Senjus in, and put, I think there was something else I put in, but I don't remember any. I think it was a third MST. I don't think I had my third MST in the deck at first.
Yeah, because like that's another thing. Like, go show how much I actually like thought well about this. Because even when know I was going second, like all 3 games, I was just playing 3 of each.
Yeah, I don't think playing 3 of each discard card is horrible. Well, at the same time, I think
Going second, it is
if
kind of dumb.
yeah, because it's griefing yourself,
Yeah,
and on top of that, it's also kind of probably not gonna get much value out in game 2 or 3 as much as would in game 1.
yeah,
It's like how if you're playing against a red deck or red deck is playing against you, odds of them siding into something that can deal with your threats,
yeah,
or you siding into something that can deal with their threats is extremely high in game 2, right?
yeah.
So who knows? I could have probably sided in like 3 of the electric snakes because I wasn't playing any
I was
at
just gonna
all.
say, like, were you playing Snake at all, even inside?
Nope. Nope. I just went fuck it. This card is too gimmicky. I don't think it's worth it.
Bro, it would have punished me in so many instances so bad. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think I initially was playing. I'm not sure if I was playing 2 or 3. I think I sided out or into one at some point, and here I was playing 3.
I guess it's not too bad, but it feels like because with confiscation, like uh, when you were playing multiples of it in game 1 and 2, I went like, oh, or game 1, I went like, oh, I guess I should probably put forceful sentry in,
Yeah,
and then that led into a situation where I was like, oh wait, no, that's really not worth it because it doesn't matter if I put it back in the deck, it's better for you in this format because you can get it back regardless of what it is.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, I ended up thinking that confiscation is better for this specific format because we don't have any
Yeah, we don't have
recursion.
recursion. Yeah,
Yeah. Also, it's funny how neither of us played arguably the strongest card in the set, Painful Choice, because Painful Choice
yeah,
sucks
yeah.
at this time.
That's the thing. Like, I was looking at like, bro, this set had painful choice too. But like looking
Yeah,
at it for just a little bit, I was like, what do I send with this? Like,
nothing. You
because
said
it's
nothing.
like, yeah, because it's like, I don't. I mean, hell, my initial plan was like, hey, I'm gonna play fucking Gravekeeper Servant just in case I can mill you out. Which, what was
No,
I smoking? It's like,
it's unlikely.
I don't like. What the hell was I smoking? Actually, it's like,
1.8k Peters and like with Acts of Despair, it's almost 3k. I don't think milling out is gonna happen.
yeah. I was like, one plan that I had was like, what if I just play, uh, I'm just outing myself on so many fronts. So I was like, what if I just play Messenger of Peace and I just play so many like different recruiters because they're all 1400 attack, they can swing under it, and then I just swing with them and fetch each other, but yeah, they fetch their own attribute,
Yeah.
not any under 15. I don't know why my brain was still on
Yeah.
Sangan and Witch.
If they did that, those
Yeah, I
cards would be
mean,
played in every deck.
yeah, it doesn't make sense. It makes much more sense like this, and they're still very good. And
Yeah.
I'm just a dumbass, but you know,
Stuff like Shining Angel and Mystic Tomato are insanely good. Even Mother Grizzly is arguably really good.
yeah. I was like, my idea was just okay. Everything has 1400 attack. Rat has the biggest booty, and Turtle has the second biggest booty. So I'm playing those, and the next one in line is Tomato. So I had one Tomato in my side, and that was it. I was thinking of Angel, but then I'm like, I don't want an electric snake to hit the board. And other monsters that I had was one Cyber Jar, and then the triple Chaser, triple Vailo, and triple Axe Raider. But yeah, this was definitely a very skill expressive format that the better player won, obviously.
Better player won. I can't deny that.
There is no sackiness whatsoever, and it's not like I drew a card that was a 2 out of 20. That was the only card that got me out. But stuff like that happens.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I drew Mystical Space Typhoon, which was the only out I really had there. Or, well, I guess I had Snatch Steals of my own.
Yeah. You had more of them, and you weren't immediately dead if it didn't happen. So I think it was definitely like much more lucky on my part. Wait, what was this? The set.
The set? Oh, it's Black Illusion.
Oh yeah, there was.
That's I cited out of I cited out a copy of Relinquished. I had 2 in the main deck first, and then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna. Why would I play this when I could just side in more Senjus in place of the one Relinquished?
Yeah, that's true.
So I can use the Senju to fetch it, and then use that as material.
Yeah,
it's way better. Yeah,
that's true.
And that ended up actually being relevant because I drew Senjus a lot. Like I drew almost all of them, and I could actually play them now.
Game 3 you opened with 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you ripped both of them.
Yes, because I was terrified of Relinquish. Because, playing cards that are actually pretty unique and cool and not just the staples of the set, like, get the shit out of here. Get rid of those.
What do you mean I gotta read what that card does? No.
Like, what? This has 2 lines of text. I'm not reading my cards. You think I'm reading yours? That's crazy.
If you read Banisher of Light.
Yeah, that is a thing. Okay, one very valuable lesson I learned here. In the future, when I'm looking at monsters to add to my deck, I should probably not just sort. Hey, sort by descending attack and just look at that stuff. I should probably also read some of their effects.
For sure. I think that's extremely important starting out. A lot of the cards are going to start having effects that will be relevant.
Yes. Now, if you made it this far, then funny, and you're also gonna notice a thing where in the set breakdown, which I, spoiler alert, haven't recorded it. I'll do it now afterwards. I'll definitely be talking about Banisher Afraid. Yeah, this is a very good card. It's a 2k beater. You need very specific stuff to get over it. Yeah, so that guy who was talking to you in the intro, he's me in the future. Me right now had no fucking clue that card was actually relevant. So you can call me dumb, and it's very, very warranted. But hey, thanks for making these actually like interesting Jeex. This definitely was like, if you didn't throw for content, this probably would have been just my misery for a 2-game straight after the game 1, which I managed to just draw better.
So I've been throwing for content this entire time.
Oh, that is actually true. That's true. Now we can introduce that into the mix, and next. Then when you win, you're like, I started to try to, what can I say?
No, then it's your turn to throw for content.
It's just going to be, we're both just throwing for content. I didn't miss the timing because I didn't know what missing the timing basically means. I just, I thought it would be funnier.
I think if I actually waited for the Snatch Steal's life gain effect to resolve in that one spot, I would probably have had one more turn.
I had Acts of Despair, which was extra.
Oh yeah, you had Electric
Snake,
I
had Snake too. So the 1,000 would have mattered there. Yeah, but it's like thinking of hindsight is rough because it's at the end it was like a 10% draw.
Yeah.
Decided the game. But hey, this was, all things considered, this was a fun episode, and hopefully you watching had as much fun as we. Okay, not as much fun. Hope you had more fun watching than we had playing. And next time it's Fair Servant and Tournament Pack 2. So, I mean, if
it's gonna be Jinzo, right?
Yeah, if Snatch Steal was crazy, it's whoever slams down Jinzo probably will end up winning. So that's gonna be fun. But hey, thank you for watching the episode, and we hope to see you next time. Peace.